Hey, welcome back. It's Wednesday. You know the deal. Plants and garden expert Craig Hignight is joining us live right now to answer all of your burning questions. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being here with us.
Hey, welcome
Okay,
back.
so.
It's Wednesday. You know
Oh.
I had my audio on. Sorry about that, folks.
You know how many times that's happened to me, too?
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so let's jump right into it. We have a question from Mary. What's the best way to plant red hot pokers?
Red hot poker, they would like at least a half day of full sun. And, you know, as always, you get the ground ready, work in some organic matter. Watch where you put that crown. When the soil line in the pot should be even with the soil line in the garden. If you're doing it this late in the season, of course, do some mulching around it so the ground cools down as slow as possible so it has a chance to get some roots out before the ground finally freezes up for the winter.
Awesome. Our next one is from Leo, and he asks, my neighbor has a hydrangea plant that has gotten out of control, over 5 feet tall. When is the best time to cut it back?
Oh, we'll do that after the first of the year. Right now, we'll enjoy the spent blooms that are on it, but after the first of the year, and usually I tell people to wait until about February when you can go outside and not freeze to death, then the plant can be cut back. And depending on how much new growth it put on this year, it's going to determine how much you cut back. If it's a real vigorous grower, you cut back much harder than if it's a slow grower.
Okay, Rick Johnson wants to know how to winterize a 7-foot tall rose bush.
7 foot tall. Well, this sounds like a climber to me. What you will do is wait until the ground cools down. You will go, and this is going to be out in early December. You got some time here. You will mound up the crown of the plant with just inexpensive hardwood mulch, and then put in some stakes, or it might even be on a trellis already. Put some burlap around it to keep the wind from blowing through it during the winter and drying it out. That way you won't get freezer burn. Then next spring, at the first signs of life, you go out and take out the dead wood, and if necessary, trim it down a little bit.
Our next question is from Mary. She's wondering, how can I kill a butterfly bush?
Kill a butterfly? We want to kill a butterfly bush? Well, the easiest route to go that I know of is spray it with Killzall. It'll kill anything that it touches, but, you know, this is one of those things that the butterflies really like. I've been noticing monarchs at work on some of the plants that are still in bloom, but Killzall will take it out.
So this is another question of the same nature. Vicky wants to know, is it too late to spray weed killer on creeping Charlie?
You're right at the breaking point. I would still go ahead and treat. We've got a month, really, until the ground is going to get cool enough to stop the growth of the grass and the weeds. So get that creeping Charlie treated as soon as possible.
When can I plant my fall bulbs, and can they go into a container?
Fall bulbs?
Yeah.
I would actually wait a little bit. We want the ground to cool down. I know they came available about the 1st of September, but we've had a fairly decent fall weather-wise. You want the ground to cool down a little bit before you put the bulbs in the ground so you don't get that growth before the ground locks up for the winter. So I'd wait another week or two before I put my fall bulbs in the ground.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, but keep sending all of your questions to our live stream on the WQAD Facebook page. We're going to keep answering them when we come back. All right, hey, welcome back. We're going to keep taking all of your questions on our Facebook page right now. We're starting from a question from Lori. Lori says, my lilacs lost their leaves. Say that 3 times fast.
Well.
My lilacs lost their leaves during the summer months and now have new growth. Is this normal?
Well, lilacs have had a little problem this year with some fungus. I wouldn't worry about it. I just, we've had the call last week about plants blooming early. I saw a lilac in basically full bloom as I came around the corner to the station today. Don't worry about it. Mother Nature's going to take care of it. But next year, at the first sign of problems with the leaves, I'd be out there with a broad spectrum fungicide to go ahead and get it under control. And of course, this fall, you're going to clean up around that plant immaculately. That's how disease gets from this year to next year, the debris on the ground.
Interesting. Really?
Yeah, really.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Our next question is from David, and how can I stop invasive weeds from entering my water garden?
What kind of weed was it?
Just invasive.
Invasive weed. That is a difficult one. There are some herbicides that can be used on water, but you're going to have to go to the internet. I can't tell you that one right off the top of my head, and you have to do some major searching to make sure that you don't do something crazy to your water garden. Not every herbicide. Most herbicides should be nowhere near a water garden.
Okay, so from Sherry, she says, hi Craig, when can I cut back my butterfly bushes and how far should I cut them back?
Well, the butterfly bush, it's one of those that I like to let stand through the winter. So you're going to wait until you see new growth in the spring, and I can guarantee you're going to cut it down to about 4 inches above the ground because they only survive at ground level. Everything above the ground will go into the compost next spring.
Our next question is from
Words
Linda.
sometimes.
Words, right? Can you put a yucca plant down close to the ground?
Do what?
Put a yucca plant down close to the ground.
Well, the thing is that it's going to come back. You could cut a yucca off right at ground level. You could even dig them out, and I can guarantee you 9 times out of 10, they're going to come back from the roots. And if you've got a lot of really ugly, old, bad foliage, yes, I'd go ahead and trim them. Those little guys are amazingly tough. They're going to come back.
Okay, so another question here. What's the best way to protect tender plants from frost or temperature drops? Because we know that's all coming soon.
The first few frosts are what we call light frost. Anything above 27 degrees is a light frost. 27 is when we hit freeze. And I would be getting out the old sheets, the old blankets. Maybe you're going to have to put some stakes around to keep these covers from laying right on the plant. But if they say anything near 32 degrees, you better be out and covering the plants to get a few more days out of them. Maybe we will get a long fall eventually.
My lilac bush started blooming again. Do I need to do anything special for it?
No, this is Mother Nature. I was just saying that I saw that lilac in full bloom as I was coming around to the station. They're going to bloom again next spring. Mother Nature will take care of them. This is not uncommon.
All right, well, that's all we have time for today. Thank you, Craig, so much for joining us here on GMQC. And thank you for all of your questions and sending everything in. Make sure that you send them each and every Wednesday. Go over to our Facebook page. There you can submit it and be part of our conversation. We'll be right back after this break.